You are why you're here. And you are the future. All right, without further ado, I'm going to have our students introduce themselves. So I've got 4 representatives from Santa Monica College and 1 representative from Santa Monica High School. Students, if you can start off with saying your name, your degree or intended degree, and then what connects you to the ocean.
Hi, my name is Max. I hope to graduate soon with a degree in economics. And I'm connected to the ocean because I grew up in Hermosa Beach, right over that big hill right there. I've been involved in climate stuff ever since my mom started dragging me into city council meetings when I was in 3rd grade. When I finished high school, I went to school in London, and for 2 years there, I studied political economy. And while I was there, I spent a lot of that time, especially when I was outside of school, researching, studying, writing about climate policy. So when I came back to LA and enrolled in SMC and saw that this aquaculture program was here, it was an easy choice for me to sign up. And now I feel like every single day I'm learning more about the ocean and how these blue economy jobs can help us reduce emissions, restore the environment, and create new jobs. So I'm really excited that I'm here and to keep working on it and learning more.
Hi everyone, I'm Jen. I am studying environmental science right now. I'm connected to the ocean because I grew up going to the beach in Newport, which is where my dad went to the beach when he was a kid, and so I feel like we've had this generational connection to the Southern California oceans. I feel like I've seen things change so much over the course of my life, and being a part of this program brings me hope that we can make things better. And yeah, I'm just really excited to be here, and thank you all.
Hi, my name is Justin. My intended major is marine biology, and I'm currently a high schooler at Santa Monica High School. I fell in love with the ocean actually on a field trip down to the Gilda Bay Aquarium under the Santa Monica Pier in elementary school. And growing up in Santa Monica, I've always visited the beach. I love going to the ocean. And I just kind of always knew that I wanted to pursue something in the related ocean field, but not really what. Once I was old enough, I started volunteering down at the Gilda Bay Aquarium, and I was able to learn about different organizations and what different partnerships and communities are doing to help our ecosystems. Us down at the Gilda Bay Aquarium, what really inspired me was getting to grow up a giant sea bass, which is an endangered species, and release it back out into the ocean. So since I've been at the aquarium, we've released 2, and we're going to be releasing more. And yeah, that's why I'm excited.
Hi, my name is Ariana. My intended degree is marine biology, but also sustainability. And in the beginning, I used to be deathly afraid of the ocean, did not want to go near it. And I found myself over time slowly working my way back to exploring more and just learning more about what's in there, but seeing how the blue economy also ties in with sustainability. I really hope that I can not only just do more within this corporation and this organization, but also spread more love about the ocean internationally as well.
Hi, my name is Sean. My intended major originally was communications. Hopefully I'm going to be looking at something more on the sustainability side. I was a salesperson in the car industry for a very long time, and that really burned me out. I grew up in Santa Monica, born and raised, so I've been spending a lot of my time as a kid in the ocean. I've always had a strong connection to the ocean. And now that, I was kind of giving up a little bit throughout life, and thankfully I met Ferris not too long ago, and he kind of told me more about how SMC was starting to do aquaculture, and I've always had an interest in doing something in that field, but never really had a pathway, and now I'm kind of here and super excited to see what's going to be coming out for the future.
Awesome. All right, so Justin, who is our Santa Monica High School representative, I have the pleasure of getting to work with him at Gilda Bay. And he not only is a full-time student He's staff for Heal the Bay, and he's an editor, video editor extraordinaire. So he brought with us tonight a video that he edited that will share the voices of other Santa Monica High School students. So if we can roll that, you can hear their voices as well.
I definitely want to pursue something sustainability related, whether on the science side or the political side. I think it's really important that people are doing things and protecting the environment because we've known about climate change for so long and yet nothing's really been done about it.
And we are an environmental advocacy organization at Santa Monica High School. In the past, we've worked on things like building an electric car, getting thin film plastic bags banned in Santa Monica. And in the past year or so, we got our school district, Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District, to switch to 100% renewable energy. We also got them to pass a climate literacy resolution that we wrote, mandating all teachers have to teach at least 2 climate-related lessons per year in their classrooms.
These are our 2 hydroponic towers. Here, our hydroponic towers circulate nutrient-rich water that we regulate weekly, and it leads directly to the plants so that they get the maximum nutrients that they can to grow.
So over here we've got 3 different tanks. It's a wall growing system. So the fish will be down here, and then there's going to be assortment of plants growing along the walls. So over here we have our 2 NFT aquaponic trays.
The shallow trays allow the plants and allow their roots to have direct access to the nutrients in the water that flows throughout the trays. The nutrients comes from our tilapia fish that will provide waste, and the bacteria in the water will then convert that into nutrients that will flow throughout the system. Here, although it may look like there's nothing here, we are planning in the next year to add some garden beds. This will include adding some trellises along the walls that will include vegetables such as tomatoes and cucumbers to add to our garden.
In November of 2019, to further my passion and love of the ocean, I decided to start volunteering at the Heal the Bay Aquarium as a public programs volunteer. Once I was old enough, I joined their operations team as an aquarist volunteer, and since then, I spent all of my weekends there educating guests on local creatures that live in the Santa Monica Bay. In 2022, I was offered a summer position, and I have been on staff as an aquarist and public programs associate since then. My favorite part about my job is getting to talk to guests about how they can help protect our oceans, and I've been lucky enough to help with different hands-on animal releases and collections. The combination of Heal the Bay and Team Marine have helped build a pathway for students like myself to turn their passions into careers.
And to me, sustainability means to reduce my own impact so that future generations can enjoy nature just as much.
And sustainability is important to me because I want to reduce my impact to keep my environment happy and healthy.
If you don't see anyone around you taking action, that doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't take action as well. That just means that you should be the one to step up and set an example for everyone else.
Yes. Switch mics on, yeah. I'm always in just such awe at how the level of awareness such young students have of the needed action that we all need to take in combating climate change. So thank you, Justin, for that video and for sharing it. To kick it over to our college students, I want to ask and have you share with the audience what drew you to sustainable aquaculture. Why take a course in it?
So when you're like working with policy, I felt like I was discussing ideas a lot, but the aquaculture program allows me to like take that and turn it into action and drive actual impact. I study economics, so I can get down with like a long, wordy, 30-page policy paper as much as the next guy. But a lot of times when I was working with and reading that kind of stuff, I felt like I was not actually able to create the kinds of changes that I wanted to create. In this program, I feel like I am able to actually get in and like do stuff to help improve the climate. Yesterday, I was in class and we were talking about growing algae, how to culture it. And I came across a paper that said that if you feed cows a diet containing 0.2% of this certain red algae, you can reduce their methane emissions by 98%. And I saw this and I was like, what? And so after class, I went over to my lovely professor and I was like, have you seen this? And she was like, oh yeah. Like, isn't this amazing? You know what? There's a company up in Santa Barbara which is working on this right now. And you can intern there through our program this summer. I can get involved in this thing that I saw where I can actually help like make a difference in the world. And that makes me so excited and it makes me love being in this program. So
I have to say, if you weren't going to share that story, I was going to, because his level of excitement coming up and, you know that you can feed cows to reduce their methane? Amazing. And our students, it just exemplifies how enthusiastic and energized and ready to go and make an impact those students are. John?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, when I signed up for the aquaculture class, I didn't know what aquaculture was. Which probably doesn't say a lot about my class researching skills, but I'm really glad that I signed up for it. Our first class, Professor Rink told us that essentially aquaculture was the analog for agriculture, and I was like, have I been duped? Is this not about sustainability and conservation? And since then, I've just learned that I was completely ignorant about this entire world of aquaculture. And even agriculture. Max's example shows, you can do agriculture sustainably as well. And so I'm just so happy that I've gotten this opportunity to learn more about a field that I knew nothing about, and get that hands-on application as well. In Aqua 2, we're learning how to build systems, which is really exciting. It's been a wonderful experience, and I'm looking forward to learning more and more about this field.
Wow, that's a really good one. For me, I started working in sustainability with Ferris at the Organic Learning Garden, and as I was gardening, I was thinking, well, if we're doing things to conserve our water, where are we mainly getting our water from? It's not just, from rain. It's more about having to do with the ocean, and I was thinking, well, why don't I go into aquaculture if I'm already so focused within botany and gardening? And I started learning more that most of your diet can just be sustained with algae and just fish. And most of my skincare has stuff to do with algae. Most of what I'm eating has to come from the ocean. And I wanted to learn more, not just about what I am eating, but also where the future of my food is going to go if we no longer have the space to just grow our food, but also if we're overfishing. And I love sushi so much. Why, if what I am eating often comes from places where we have to focus on different food sources, anything that's being put in, like certain fish might have high contents of lead, what can I do to not only feed myself better, but also feed my community better? Because I grew up in an area where there wasn't really a place to get secure food, especially healthy food. And I believe that this program and these classes, along with Professor, I can really make an impact within my community and make sure we're all happy and healthy and enjoying exactly and everything that the earth has to bring for us.
It's like really hard to talk, right?
If I may real quick, I just want to share, we had an algae sampling in class Saturday, supported by a company known as Kelpful. You may have heard of them. And Ari was one of the students that was like, oh my gosh, algae tastes so good. All of it does. And took home a whole bag.
She took
A whole bag.
She took home so much. However, if you guys don't eat sea lettuce currently, you all should just be eating sea lettuce now. It's so good.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, mine's kind of a combination of things. Mainly that, like, again, I grew up in Santa Monica, being around the ocean. I'm a big sushi eater as well, and like, you know, having a better understanding of like where our food comes from and like how it's sourced and like how a lot of the times people don't like actually think about like, you know, how it's actually going to affect you health-wise and how we're affecting our like local economy or you know local like you know like the earth itself and its health. And me being able to be at the forefront to kind of step into something where I feel like I can make a difference is kind of what's the big push right now. And I feel like more people should, you know, we should be able to have this information, you know, spread out for everyone. Everyone should know about this and everyone should be involved. It's a really big thing. And I'm really glad that, you know, we're here today being able to talk about this.
And not to leave you out, Justin, but I wanted to ask you as well. You got involved in environmental activism at such a young age. How old were you when you started volunteering? 14?
Yeah, right on there.
So, why? Why start so young? What compelled you to start?
I think what compelled me to start was I just got bored sitting at home doing nothing. And it was like, why would I not spend my time at a place like Hilda Bay, where I can actually be engaging with people coming from all different parts of not only the country, but just Los Angeles itself. So many people traveling so far just to get to the ocean. And they're coming into the aquarium trying to see what actually lives out in our ocean. So that is just great guest conversations, great guest interactions, really connecting with people and being able to teach them about what lives right in their oceans and how they can protect it and what they can do to support all the work that our organization does, but also a bunch of other organizations are doing, is why I continue and want to continue.
Amazing. All right, I know in the interest of time, I don't want to hold up everyone's lunch schedules. So just real quick, final words. Can you give me a word or a sentence of how you feel about the future of our ocean and our climate, as you are the future leaders?
Since I got here a couple hours ago, I think I've heard the word jobs about 117 times. You know, I can Mom, Dad, I can get a real climate job. It's a good, sustainable job that can help the world.
Yeah, I think for me, you know, a lot of us experience climate despair, and it's really easy to find media that back that up. But it's time that we look for hope and create our own hope. And so seeing this today and seeing how widespread BCAP is giving me a lot of hope.
I would definitely second what they said about the third word. I think I saw a lot of the other speakers talk about is sustainability. I think a really big part of the blue economy that I didn't really catch until I got here was the part of sustainability. Really using resources sustainably is important, so that's a good one.
I'll say that the future is fish. Just hearing all the different speakers and hoping to meet each and every single one of you, I can see that sustainability really incorporates focusing on how the whole ecology of just our earth works together and how we can work together with the earth to make it better for everybody and the future generations.
Yeah, I'm definitely hopeful, for sure. I'm glad to see that we have so many great people pushing this forward for, you know, for future generations to be able to like lead for a sustainable future.
Beautiful. All right, thank you so much, students. And I am handing the mic off to Jenny Crusoe.
This is a great position to be in. I get to follow the next generation and be between you and lunch. But aren't they amazing, those students? I mean, my God, they are the hope of the future. And I have been working on Alta-Sea now for 12 years. I'm the founder of Alta-Sea. And to have the first conference at Alta-Sea be for the community colleges means so much to me. I know people have spoken about Altasea. We are dedicated to researching and developing and scaling up technologies that will mitigate climate change, and at the same time building the workforce so we all together can meet the climate challenge. And so this BCAP program is essential and critical to the Altasea work. And I'd like to thank you all for being here. I'd like to thank Dr. Dorado for bringing up the fact that partnership is everything. We have to move together, we have to move fast. And Dr. Limbaugh, you are so right, there's urgency here. I mean, we have to work together so humanity can survive this planet and survive on this planet. I'm sorry, but it is essential. We are on a point in our existence that we all have to work together. And so with that, I'm going to say lunch is to the south, right at the end of this warehouse. If you signed up for tours of Altasea, and I hope you did, you start at the register desk, and after lunch at 1:15 in this room, it's industry and administration for panels, and then in the Atlantic room, this is the Pacific room, very ocean-oriented, is the faculty breakout group. So again, full of gratitude that you're here, and it's just a very, very special day for Altasea and the staff that made this happen. Thank you.
So with that, you are excused to lunch, and we hope that you stick around, faculty, for your faculty convening. If for now, could we get the speakers, all the speakers of today on the stage so we can get a group photo? Thank you. And while everyone's going out, I wanted to thank the electeds that came to the event today and those that are still in the room. Tony Vasquez, Board of Equalization, thank you for being here. Maria Leon Vasquez, Santa Monica Board member. Congresswoman Barragan's office, I'm not sure if anyone's still here, and Supervisor Janice Hahn. Thank you all. Thanks for your attention.